Hi everyone, welcome back to our psychology objective test number 1. Today we don't have any higher order thinking and application based questions. These are all content based questions. So in this lesson we have 40 objectives selected from the chapter 1. Basically these are all knowledge based concepts. We don't have any question from the higher order level or application level. Direct questions and answers. Let us see. So you can look into the first question itself. Dash approach deals with what of intelligence? It is the psychometric approach. We know that there are two approaches are there in intelligence. One is a psychometric approach. The second one is information processing approach. Psychometric approach deals with what of intelligence. The second question you see, Dash approach considers intelligence as an aggregate of abilities. If you observe the second question, the approach considers the intelligence as an aggregate of abilities. Again, it is the psychometric approach only. The question number 3, you see, Dash approach deals with how of intelligence and explains the various processes used in intellectual reasoning and problem solving. This is information processing approach. Psychometric approach, generally if you see, there are 4 points. Psychometric approach deals with what of intelligence. It considers intelligence as an aggregate of abilities. It expresses the intelligence in the form of a single cognitive index number. Means like saying someone's intelligence as 120, 130, 140 or 90 or 70, that is. And the psychometric approach is also known as a structural approach. Structuralism in class 11 psychology, you see. Structuralism, actually what it is saying, studying the structure of the mind is important for them. What the mind consists is the matter there. Same way, what actually intelligence, what is the structure of intelligence is important for them here. Now the third question is information processing approach. How the way intelligence works. It is actually an approach which is having the similarity with the functionalism of William James. The functions actually here the focus. Now the question number 4, Einstein's theory of relativity hypothesis is an example of higher order creativity. E is equal to mc square is the relativity hypothesis, is an example of higher order creativity it is. Now the fifth one, if you see, Robert J. Sternberg's notion of contextual intelligence is a product of culture. If you observe this contextual intelligence is a part of the triarchic theory. It is actually a product of culture. This concept is there in the end of the chapter 1. In many cases, we will miss this area. Sternberg's notion of contextual intelligence is indicating that intelligence is a product of culture. Next, Dash argued that culture provides a social context in which people live and grow in the world. You see here. Who argued about the culture and saying that it is providing a social context in which people are living and growing in this world. It is Vygotsky, a Russian psychologist. Vygotsky. Vygotsky argued that the culture provides a social context in which people live and grow in this world. The seventh one, you see, Dash described intelligence as the ability to judge well, reason well, understand well. It is the definition about intelligence from the side of Alfred Binet. Binet defined the intelligence as the ability to judge well, reason well, and understand well. It is a definition from the side of Alfred Binet. Let us look into the next area. Dash refers to the measurement of psychological attributes. Generally, we use the word assessment is actually the assessment is the measurement of psychological attributes. You see here. Assessment is the measurement of psychological attributes. when we look into the meaning of the term here, you will get the clarity. I can say to you people, assessment refers to the measurement of psychological attributes. Now the next question, if you see here, the next question is related to next question is related to the question number 9. The dash test can be administered to one person at the same time, at one particular point of time. The test which is going to be administered, it is an individual test. An individual test is a test where the experimenter have to dedicate the time to one subject. And in opposite to individual test, we have the test can be administered to a group of people is a group test of intelligence. Now, according to Spearman's two-factor theory, dash factor is the base for intelligence and it is a constant factor. G factor, it is general intelligence or general factor. G is constant and stable in all the activities. Means each and every individual will have two factors. One is G, one is S. G is going to be stable and permanent. Whereas S factor is different. It is changing according to the needs, requirement. Means what activity you are doing, according to that activity, there will be supportive factor, specific factor. It is actually the S factor is the specific factor. It is a supportive element here. Question number 12, you see here. Dash defined intelligence as the aggregate global capacity of an individual to think rationally, act purposefully, and deal effectively. It is the one best definition for intelligence. Prior to the existing hundreds of definitions were revised by the psychologist David Wechsler. David Wechsler defined this concept here, intelligence, in a much better way than anybody else. So the Wechsler's definition is intelligence as the aggregate global capacity of an individual to think rationally, act with a purpose, and deal in an effective way with the environment. What are the number of factors are there in the structure intellect model? The structure intellect model means the Guilford's intelligence theory. It is the J.P. Guilford's intelligence theory. This Guilford's intelligence theory is actually first theory was having 120 factors, later 150. Now presently we have 180 factors. So you need to focus only on the current version which is there in your syllabus. We have 180 factors in the intelligence according to structure intellect model. 6 are operations, 5 contents, and 6 products. 6 into 5 into 6, 180 factors are there in the intelligence. And you know that the Guilford's intelligence theory is actually reflected in a toy which is used by the children, the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is made on the base of this theory only. If a child is able to do this Rubik's Cube activity in a much better way, that's a clear sign that the child is highly intelligent. Now, the 14th one, dash refers to knowledge of one's own self which is based on conscience, will, and desire. It is the second definition for buddhi. We have two definitions for buddhi. One is a definition from J.P. Das, but it is not the J.P. Das definition. It is a very easiest form to understand the word buddhi here. Now the question number 15, dash and dash are the hierarchies proposed by Arthur Jensen in intelligence, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is associative learning and level 2 is cognitive competency. Let us see the 16th one, you will get the clarity. Reproducing the content as it is known as dash learning, associative learning, level 1. Whatever you learn, you reproduce as it is, like a child by hearting the nursery rhymes or the tables and reproducing as it is. That is the level 1. Whenever you are using the input in order to produce an effective or better outcome, that is called level 2, the cognitive competency. For example, if you give a question to a student here, a plus b whole square, and asking the child to do it, when the child is able to give you the answer as a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is the cognitive competency. The child is manipulating the given question and finding a solution to the problem. Creativity stands on, this is basically a class 11 related concept. Creativity, chapter 8, you see here, creativity is standing on the divergent thinking ability. It is the divergent thinking ability. Now, the 19th question, if you see, DAT Indian version was developed by J.M. Ojha. Actual DAT version was developed by George K. Bennett. But there is nothing in your syllabus about George K. Bennett, and they just gave it to us. DAT was developed by J.M. Ojha, they are saying. Just I am keeping it as the Indian version is by J.M. Ojha. Differential aptitude test battery DAT is actually developed by George K. Bennett on the base of Thurston's primary mental abilities. It is. Primary mental abilities theory is the base for the development of the DAT version. Now, the question number 20, you see, theory of primary mental abilities was proposed by Louis L. Thurston and Thelma Gui. Both the two together, they proposed this theory of primary mental abilities. Actually, it is a very famous book, Primary Mental Abilities. It is the name of the book. Within this book, they gave this theory. Now, the question number 21, you see, a fill in the blank. Creative tests are open-ended. Anything you can fill here. It's not only you can say creativity tests are open-ended. You can say mostly we use the word open-ended. It is. Now, recalling the entire content in a serial order one by one is known as, if you are able to recall the content, whatever you learn in a serial order one by one, it is known as, if you observe this area, just look into past modal theory. In past modal theory, we have the simultaneous and successive processing approach. The simultaneous processing means whatever the information you acquire or you learn, that you are going to store with the already existing similar information. Successive processing means you're trying to recall one by one in a serial order, like a child is reproducing. Just imagine here the table 2. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6. Like this way, in a serial order, if the child is able to reproduce, that is called successive processing according to past modal theory. Now, the 23, the ability to fix the new information with the already existing one in the mind is known as simultaneous processing. It is simultaneous processing. Now, the question number 24, dash test deals with the age group of 5 to 18 years of age. It is the cognitive assessment system. It's a battery. Cognitive assessment system is a battery of test, battery of intelligence developed by J.P. Das on the base of the past modal theory. It is a battery, means it is having two different versions. One is a verbal version, second is a non-verbal version. And the age group is for 5 to 18 years. Now the test is developed by J.P. Das on the base of the past modal theory. Yes, it is the cognitive assessment system, you see. Now, dash refers to an individual's underlying or hidden potential for acquiring the skill. It is the aptitude. Aptitude is what actually? It is the by birth potential, by birth capacity. It is. Aptitude means the by birth potential of an individual. It is. An individual is having aptitude in one area means definitely if you provide the training, he will succeed. Now, a very easy question for you people, children, it is. Who is known as father of intelligence? You see here, this is the question. Who is known as father of intelligence? If you see here, Alfred Binet. Why? Alfred Binet was the first person to prepare or construct an intelligence questionnaire to do the assessment of intelligence. The concept of intelligence came into existence because of due to the research work of Alfred Binet. And Binet in the year 1905 constructed the first intelligence test. And in the year 1908, Binet revised his intelligence scale and he proposed a new concept in the field of psychology that is called mental age. And in the year 1911, actually, Binet passed away. Otherwise, the world would have seen so much growth in the intelligence. Now, 28, you see. Dash introduced the concept of mental age in the year 1908. Alfred Binet. Alfred Binet introduced the concept of mental age in the year 1908. Now, question number 29. IQ is equal to mental age by chronological age multiply with 100. So, an equation for IQ was proposed by a German psychologist named William Stern in the year 1912, 1 year after Binet's death. 1912 it is. So, IQ equation was proposed by William Stern in the year 1912. In the year 1905, the first intelligence test was published by Alfred Binet. In the year 1908, Binet introduced mental age. And in the year 1912, IQ equation was proposed by William Stern. Let us see the question number 30. This type of questions also possible for you, like a mathematical question. A child is having an IQ of 120 and his chronological age is 10 years, then what is the mental age? You see, IQ is equal to MA by CA multiply 100. If you are placing this equation, IQ 120 is equal to MA by CA means 10 multiply 100. Then you will get it as 12 years as the mental age. A child with 15 years of mental age is having an IQ of 130. And what is the chronological age you see here? So this type of question also you will get it. So 130 is equal to, you need to do it. 130 is equal to 15 by CA multiply 100. 100 CA is equal to 130 into 15. You see here. A child with 15 years of mental age, 130 is equal to 15 by CA multiply 100. 100 CA is equal to 15 into 130. 15 into 130 by you can do this and you will get the answer here. A child with 15 years of mental age, just let me do the calculation, my children. 1 minute, give me the time. Yeah, because I just 15 mental age by CA multiply 100. 130 is his IQ level. Now, it will come nearly 12 point something, my children here. Let me check this area. I will come back to you. The first intelligence scale in India was developed by S.M. Mohsin in Hindi language it is. 33 dash attempted to standardize Binet scales in Urdu and Punjabi. If you see, the Binet scales were attempted to standardize, Binet scales were standardized in Urdu and Punjabi. It is by C.H. Rice. And 34, just I was doing that calculation only, children. I took a little bit gap, sorry. CH Rice standardized. And who attempted to standardize Binet's scales in Bengali language? If you take this question, Binet's scales in Bengali language are PC Mahalnobis. PC Mahalnobis is a person who is having a very good, he is actually a psychologist and economist, my children here. This PC Mahalnobis was the person who actually standardized the Binet scale in Bengali, and Mahalnobis was the architect of the second 5-year plan in India. Yeah, children, this answer for you is 11.7 years. Some will come, it is 11.7 exactly number I am giving to you. The chronological age, question number 31, because I was using the calculator, children, I am not that much good in maths. So I took a time little bit, sorry. 15 years of mental age you see here, and IQ level is 130. When you do this equation, 130 is equal to 15 by CA multiply 100, you will get this answer as 11 point some 7 months nearly. Now, let us go to the two-factor theory unifactor theory of intelligence was proposed by. This is a very interesting concept, children. Unifactor theory was actually proposed by Alfred Binet, William Stern, Louis Terman. Like some of the books, they are giving these three names. In some of the books, they don't have any name. They are saying just it is a theory. Some of the books, they have these three names. So your syllabus, as per your syllabus, also you follow Alfred Binet, Stern, Terman. Two-factor theory was proposed by Charles Spearman. Dash is known as analytical intelligence in Sternberg's theory. You see here, it is the uh, componential intelligence. Componential intelligence is known as analytical intelligence, my children. Now the question number 38. Dash representing the creative potentiality of children in Sternberg's theory. Experiential intelligence. Experiential intelligence is representing the creative potentiality of the children in Sternberg's theory of intelligence. 39, you see. Dash stated that the children with creative abilities will have some amount of intelligence, and at the same time, an intelligent child may not be creative. This is a famous statement to explain the creativity and intelligence relations by Louis Terman in 1920s. He found this area. In his research work, he found that a gifted child may not be creative, but a creative child will have some amount of giftedness. A creative giftedness, sorry to use the word gifted, some amount of intelligence. A creative child will have some kind of intelligence, but a highly intelligent child may not be creative. This is the outcome of his research. Dash are the number of intelligences found in Gardner's theory. Yes, 8 intelligences he's saying. Howard Gardner's theory is having 8 different intelligences, my children here. I'm sorry to go back to again question number 31, my children. A child with an IQ of 15 years of mental age is having an IQ of 130. What is the chronological age, you see? Mental age is 15 years. Then his chronological age is 11.87 or 8. You can keep it and you will get the exact answer, my children here. 130. So please try to check this type of equations also and you will get the answer in a clear-cut way. Thank you for watching. Take care and God bless you all. These are the direct questions. Application based objectives also, I'm planning to do it maybe the coming classes or the coming sessions, my children. I'll be come back to you people with the application based questions from all the chapters. Thank you very much.